tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chug, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Good morning, Stackers. It is me, Joe Main. You are watching the live show on X and on YouTube. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family or follow me on X right now. Jerome Powell's speech has just happened, the FOMC meeting. We'll take a look at that. We'll see how that affected the markets, if at all. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, altcoins, the whole dealio. And we'll just have a good old friendly chat as we normally do here at Good Morning Stackers. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here, including the synchronized slurp within the first 1 minute of the show. This is really why you stay. It's why you come. It's why you stay. It's for the synchronized slurp and everything in between. This is where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. It's the honor system. You must do it audibly. It's the honor system. We'll all know if you didn't slurp it. Okay? You got to do it. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Slurp it, baby. That sounded very George Clinton funkadelic. Slurp it, baby. Oh my. Who am I? I'm Joe Main. I have worked in the precious metals industry in Australia for 11 years over 3 major bullion dealers, stacked precious metals, gold and silver since 2010, stacked crypto since 2013, and now do this week daily live show with my GMS family, doing the shoutouts, live gold, silver analysis, economic news, topic of the day, chart requests. I will probably take one today. Get your comments in right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, you get to enjoy the live chat. Now, if you're watching on X right now, sorry you can't do the live chat. Just I've got to work on that feature, changing some programs and all that kind of stuff. But just port over to YouTube if you want. So if you go to my bio on X and just click on the little YouTube channel link right there, you'll see my live show. Come and join us, all the cool kids, where we chat about stuff. So great to see all of you, and we've got to get some shout outs. Let's get those out the way, shall we? Mark Florida, GMS, the early birds get the shout outs right here. Mark Florida says, futures tonight in the US should prove interesting with no cuts envisioned. Yep. But as I tell my wife, what do I know? Yeah, exactly. It's like, what do I know? What do any of us know, really? GMS homies. Lance, great to see you, man. Debt is great. GMS doves are out there in Oz. Doves, oh right, yeah, dovish. Yeah, are out there in Oz calling for a February rate cut. Ooh, in Australia. That's interesting. A great morning, evening to you, to everyone. GMS. Eyes, says Copyball. Great to see you on the channel, man. Thoughts on what happens tomorrow when TOSHI perps launch on Coinbase? Thank you very much. I didn't even know that. This is what I love about a community and a live chat and all that, I learn things that I didn't know. So this is great. So there's going to be, just speaking TOSHI for a second, crypto, I know. I'm bringing the two worlds together, precious metals and crypto, right? So you guys are cool with it. TOSHI Perps launching on Coinbase tomorrow. Interesting. Okay, I don't know, but here for the TOSHI chart. I may have a quick look at the TOSHI chart. I'll go through Bitcoin and some select altcoins as well, but we always do our precious metals first. Lance is great. Lance, that's great. If they think it's in the target band, they are delusional. Rate rises coming. Yeah, rate rises are coming. Yeah. Lance. Now, Lance, very quickly, you can post a comment below. Did you look at the same info that I looked at? Are you looking at ASX traders stuff by any chance? Why rates are coming? It's very interesting. Higher interest rates. There's no lower interest rates coming, people. It's just pretty much we're in this new cycle, and interest rates go through a big cycle like everything else goes through seasonality and cycles. Interest rates in Australia, I'm talking about, probably going up over the next 20 years. Just up and up and up, like we experienced. I didn't experience it personally, but in the 70s, people were paying like 17% interest rates on their home loans and things like that. So, funky start to the morning. It always is. G'day, Hazza. It's great to see you, my friend. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, wealthstack.com. You'll probably hear a little bit more about those lovely people sometime in the show. Okay, so let's talk about it, shall we? Yeah. Let's talk about the FOMC meeting that just happened as I woke up this morning, downed my first coffee for the day, and just checked out Twitter, checked out X, so Jerome Powell has spoken, FOMC meeting, etc. We'll just go through some quick highlights, what the markets did. Did they react well? Did they react bad? Is it neutral? And then we can just speculate forever. And of course, I will be doing live gold, silver, platinum analysis. I will be doing Bitcoin and altcoin analysis, a quick little update on probably TOSHI, ACH, a couple of those ones, maybe Trump coin as well. I'll take chart requests too, I think. Let me share the screen here. I'm going to do... do I want that one or do I want that one? I want that one. Yeah, so what I just got Grok to do, because this is what I hate. I'm going to share the screen. By the way, you should be... share the screen. You should be absolutely following me on X, okay? Nearly 3,200 followers on X. Why? Well, of course you get the weekdaily live show, naturally, and on YouTube you get the weekdaily live show, but on X you also get the weekdaily live show, but then you get all the other stuff that I'm posting 20 billion times a day. Chart images, technical analysis stuff, just my pontifications on political things, maybe the occasional cheeky repost every now and then. And so it's very, very well worth being on X for me as well. So you just do that by finding It's Joe Main. Type in It's Joe Main, or just probably Joe Main. I'd probably come up, or Good Morning Stackers. I'd probably come up there too. Anyway, I use Grok. Grok is very good. I'm not going to troll through a bunch of websites and deal with their ads and all the slowing down my computer. Here is Grok. Now, I think I pretty much trust Grok to tell me what the relevant highlights were. And it's also a couple of quotes too. And I'll also quickly check some quotes too. Anyway, here we go. Summarize Powell's speech, including any relevant quotes. Here's a summary of Jerome Powell's speech from January 30th, based on available context and related reports. Economic outlook. Powell described the US economy as being in a really good place. Now, that was bound to happen. And I think I said this last time before Trump took office. I said that this was pretty obvious, right? The last economic report from the Biden administration was not going to be bad. It was always going to be as best as it could possibly be. Why? Because they would want to leave saying, look, things are great. Look what we did over our last 4 years. Right, and then to try to lessen possibly Trump's, good stuff that we think he's going to do, but also to maybe potentially go, if there's a recession in 2025, which there probably will be, let's be honest, or at least 2026, to go, hey, we left office in a really good place. Okay, so Powell described the U.S. economy as being in a really good place. Now, could also just be true, highlighting significant progress towards the Federal Reserve's dual mandate of maximum employment and price stability. He noted that while inflation has come down from its peak, it remained above the Fed's 2% target, indicating that more work is needed to ensure inflation moves sustainably towards this goal. Inflation and monetary policy. So, Powell stated, inflation remains somewhat elevated, reflecting ongoing concerns about inflation not yet being fully under control. He reiterated that the Fed would not rush into lowering interest rates. Okay, quote, "We do not need to be in a hurry to adjust our policy stance," meaning they're not planning on cutting rates this time, okay, at least, and possibly anytime soon. This cautious approach is to ensure inflation continues on its path to 2% without causing economic instability. Labour market. The labour market was described as strong but rebalancing, with Powell mentioning that conditions are not driving inflation. He highlighted that the job market has cooled from its previously overheated state. Future policy decisions. Powell emphasized a meeting-by-meeting approach, okay, sure, in policy decisions, indicating that future rate adjustments would be data-dependent. Data-dependent? No shit. He noted, quote, "We are looking to cut more if the data requires such actions, but stressed the need for clear signs of inflation sustainability heading towards 2% before making such moves." Political context. In light of comments from President Donald Trump about wanting lower interest rates, did we all see that? He's like, yeah, we'll just make him cut rates. Powell subtly reaffirmed the Fed's independence by stating that policy changes would be based on economic indicators and not political pressures. Yeah, fair enough. Summary quote. Okay. With our policy stance significantly less restrictive than it had been and the economy remaining strong, we do not need to be in a hurry to adjust our policy stance, right? Encapsulating the Fed's current strategy of patience, data-driven, blah, blah, blah. Cool. And I also asked what he said specifically about cryptocurrency, because, we do crypto here as well. In Jerome Powell's speech, he discussed crypto with several key points. Regulatory framework, and this was the main quote that he said. Powell emphasized the importance of establishing a clear regulatory framework for digital assets. He stated, quote, "We believe banks can serve customers as long as they effectively manage the risks," indicating a stance that supports banks' involvement in crypto under the right regulatory conditions. So it's it wasn't. This is the thing with crypto. It wasn't negative, therefore is kind of seen as a positive. All right, and we'll see what that did to the price of gold. We'll take a look at what all of this has done to the price of Bitcoin in the first couple of hours after the speech as well. Let's keep going. Innovation versus risks. Powell acknowledged the innovation potential within the crypto space, but highlighted the need for caution due to the risks involved. Yeah, okay. Quote, "We are not against innovation. We do not want to take actions that would cause banks to terminate customers that are doing things legally." Okay, that's good. Which suggests a balanced approach to fostering innovation while managing risks. Bitcoin and gold. Okay, this is previously. Okay, so this isn't a quote from today, I think. Previously, Powell had likened Bitcoin to gold, saying, quote, "Bitcoin is just like gold, except it's digital. It's a competitor of gold, and it's a speculative asset. Gold has been money for thousands of years. Bitcoin is the new player on the block, but yes, there are a lot of similarities with it, but I wouldn't say it's just like it." This indicates his view of Bitcoin as not a currency, but an asset class, similar to gold, focusing on its speculative nature. Fed Reserve and crypto ownership. Powell reiterated that the Fed cannot own Bitcoin. Oh, interesting. We're not allowed to own Bitcoin, and clarifying that any legislative change regarding this would need to come from Congress. Yeah. Crypto and banking, we already did that. Okay, so these points are gathered from Okay, that's sort of the general thing. He said that they're not looking at lowering rates at the moment. And in crypto-wise, crypto's cool. That's basically kind of what it's like, yeah, all right, we're okay with crypto. If banks can regulate it, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happened to the markets. And I want your comments below. Is there anything that I've missed here? Let me just quickly check while I've got it. Well, I've got it right here. Anything that I've missed? Fed Chair Reserve says that's about crypto. Oh, and here we go. Trump just scorched Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve. Let's read this from Mr. Donald J. Trump. Quote, because Jay Powell, J-A-Y, Jay Powell and the Fed failed to stop the problem they created with inflation, I will do it by unleashing American energy production, slashing regulation, rebalancing international trade, and reigniting American manufacturing. But I will do much more than stopping inflation. I will make our country financially and otherwise powerful again. Good old Trump. The Fed has done a terrible job on bank regulation, right? Treasury is going to lead the effort, Treasury is going to lead the effort to cut unnecessary regulation and will unleash lending for all American people and businesses. Let me get rid of that so you can read that a bit better. If the Fed had spent less, here we go, bang. If the Fed had spent less time on DEI, gender ideology, green energy, and fake climate change, inflation would never have been a problem. Instead, we suffered from the worst inflation in the history of our country. Yeah, do you agree with that or do you disagree with that? Do you think the Fed shouldn't have spent more? Well, I don't think they should have spent as much time on it as they did. But do you think inflation would never have been a problem? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Here's a couple of things. Who did this? Man, 8 billion people at once. That's from an hour ago. Let's see. That's a crypto thing. So here's what Swan said. Okay, Justin said, Fed Chair Jerome Powell says we don't need to wait for 2%. Huh? We don't need to wait for 2% to cut interest rates. Is that what he said? So some people are interpreting that as the printer is coming. So did he technically say we don't need to wait for 2% to cut interest rates? Okay. Let's see. Any other things? This person here, Brendan Dilley, says the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell are trying to sabotage the Trump administration and the economy by freezing rate cuts and continuing to bludgeon American families with high interest rates. Okay. I hope President Trump responds by simply abolishing the Federal Reserve. I guess that could be a thing. All right, I think that's what I will leave that on. Okay, so let's take a look at what the markets did. Let's take a look at gold. So we're going to go through precious metals and then, of course, we'll do some crypto stuff and all that other wonderful things that we do here. So here is gold on the 1 hour time frame, okay, priced in USD, 2,758 US dollars. Here is the move. So just a couple of hours ago. So right here had a move down to 2745. So it's actually it's looked positive. Now, thing is, the question becomes, when was that the dip? Was that the dip and then we just had, was that the meeting, after the meeting and then we had a gold dip and then a move up? But anyway, what we're seeing is gold rising. So 2745 up at around about 10, 13 bucks, something like that. So gold hasn't reacted negatively. Okay, so that's good. Good for gold. And let's see on the 4 hour time frame, and I'll pop in my relative strength index. Okay, it's just ranging. What we need to do, as I've been saying, in order to see new all-time highs in gold, we nearly broke the new all-time high, but I just need to see it just creep over here would be good. Just above that, 2774 is preferable. That'll say, okay, definitely. You could probably even really call it here. If you break that, then it's likely onwards and upwards anyway. So you call it like 2765, 2675, 2765 per ounce for gold. Cross over there and hold over it. Yeah, probably new all-time highs in gold coming. That's the micro. Okay, let's look at the macro. This is the daily time frame, as you can see with gold. That previous all-time high just there in late October, and then we've just had a near match to it. Always got to watch out for a double top, but looks so far so good, but you still have to be wary of it. Okay, as I said yesterday, while we are above 2,735 US dollars. What is that? Give me a second. What's that thing that's jumped up 22%? Oh, okay, that's ACH. Maybe we'll come back to that soon. Where are we? I was looking for gold. Area of confluence. No, that's not the one I want. I want That one. Nope. That's the one. While we are above 2,735, it's my final hurdle for new all-time highs coming soon. We found exact support at it. Hey, I'm saying new all-time highs coming really soon in days and weeks, not months and months. So it's looking good. We just need to remain over that. That's all. That's all you really need to know. Remain over that, preferably. I'll take that down to the mother of all trend lines. I'll take that, and then a quick move back up. That's fine. Start doing that. Bad news, and then we're heading down. Okay, probably down to like 2,500 US dollars per troy ounce of gold, at least, I would say. So great. Hey, we're above there, and no problem. I just really want that to hold. Cool. That's all you need to know. Looking good. Yeah, hold there, please. Don't even test there again. Let's just creep up from here. Cool. That's great. New all-time highs. And of course, my little target for the next little run is around about between 3,000, the psychological value, and 3,200 US dollars. So that's the next stop. I'll pop that in there. 3,000 to 3,200. That's just my personal, that's the thing that we'll just have the next little stop along the way. Is that the peak? No. Gold is going to continue to go through a massive bull market. Okay, I always like to give you a little bit of the macro as well. Mother of all trend lines for gold, 1980, 2011. We're above the mother of all trend lines. It's looking fantastic at the moment. We had that little dip. I thought it was going to dip further. Looks like I'm wrong at this stage, unless we have some kind of really weird double top here, which is highly unlikely at this stage. Okay, so it's looking very good for a move higher for gold. Gold is winning at the moment. I'll take a look at silver in just a second. But yeah, the next stop along the way, yeah, just watch out for here, 3,200 to 3,000 to 3,200 sort of psychological value. But what I was saying is gold will be in the next 5-10 years. It will at least double, and it may even double from there. We're talking 8,000 to 10,000 US dollars around about that kind of mark, possibly even higher. But we're very much going to the high 4 figures and maybe even to the 5 figures of gold over the next, again, 5-10 years. Okay, so very bullish for it. And because I'm bullish for gold and very bullish for gold, while it's definitely above that 2735 level, right above here, I'm bullish for silver as well. So that's a quick little gold move. Nice little uptick in gold, and I like that spike right here. So that's good for the daily. Okay, we're about to open the new day. I like that big spike. So that just said buyers are in control of the market. So we went down to that level there and we're up. So that's looking good. But, you know, contrarian view, just got to watch out. On the daily time frame, this is the contrarian view, which I always need to give you. So here's the quick contrarian view. We'll get on to silver. On the daily time frame, I will note that we have hit the top end of the relative strength index. We're not extremely overvalued, but we're here. And just look at this. Could this be a potential tick over right here? Maybe. Or hopefully we just do this and we spend some time in extremely overvalued. Okay, that would push the price up to that kind of, $3,000 to $3,200 level. On the weekly time frame, spending a bit of time on gold, that's really, really important to look at. On the weekly time frame, again, we had that beautiful weekly spike. So spike down. We haven't closed the week. Okay, so as long as we close the week, preferably above that 2735, yeah, so far so good. But on the weekly, on the relative strength index, bear in mind, we have been extremely overvalued here. We're not back in the extremely overvalued range. That can tick over. Okay, and on the monthly time frame, you probably would have seen it before. Look, the monthly, we're already extremely overvalued, but you can spend a lot of time in there. So I'm just giving you the other sides of the coin. Okay, I never say definitely going up or definitely going down. On the macro, though, looking very, very good. Okay, for gold. That's gold. Cool, good. Get your comments in about gold. Silver. As I posted in the Facebook page, the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia Facebook forum, what I'm loving about silver right now is it is constantly testing this $31 level. It's great to see it pushing up against it. The more you test it, the more likely it is to be taken out. So that's looking positive for silver. On the daily, So we're using the tradingview.com website. It's $30.85 at the moment per troy ounce in USD. Spike, another spike there. Failure to close above. But again, the more times we test it, the more likely it is to be taken out. Quite likely it's going to be going in this direction. Okay, I technically have to say I'm still thinking we head down further if we do not close above. So while we're below 31, yep, I've still got to say probably maybe 28 is more likely at this stage. But hey, great to see that we're butting up against it, doing this kind of thing, right? And then that would be great. The ultimate confirmation, closing above 31 is good. The ultimate confirmation is closing above 32.50 and then it acting as support. That's the big one, okay? Well, $31 is a big one for me. But the ultimate confirmation is at 32.50. Cool. But we're not there yet, so technically I have to be biased to the downside for silver. So I will just tell you, watch out for the best buy zone. Okay, maybe we're just rocketing up from here. Okay, and it's all good. Just watch out for the best buy zone, anywhere between $28 down to $26 US dollars. But look, so far so good. Butting up against 31. Let's just please and thank you. See it do this. Okay, fantastic. And then up and down, and then that'd be great, wouldn't it? Good. That is silver. Silver will be going to triple digits in this, again, over this space of 5-10 years. And I'm talking not just $100, I'm talking multiple triple digits, anywhere up to your, like we've done it before, and I'll just quickly show you again. We've done this as on the logarithmic scale. Massive cup and handle, 44-year cup and handle. If it plays out, then your target, which may not happen, but your target, if this completely plays out, this head and shoulders pattern, and for my crypto people watching right now who've never seen the silver chart, you're looking at this going, oh, holy crap, that's the greatest cup and handle formation I've ever seen in my entire life, which it is, 44 years in the making, okay? When it does that, that's going up like that, okay? So if it plays out exactly like a cup and handle should, doesn't always, but if it plays out, right, what you do, this is the logarithmic scale, you take the distance between the bottom and here, okay, and then you match that from here, and that takes it, match it from there, so for the breakout, and that takes it to around about, that's about 600 plus silver in US dollar terms. Okay, that's if it plays out. This is the potential that silver has, okay, to do a 1,200% move from the breakout, from $50, not from now, from now. I mean, if you were to buy now, I know it's not saying buy now, right? Where are we? That's $30-something around about there. So if that plays out at your 600 kind of mark, that's a 1,900% move. Okay, from here. Silver is something that you really want to take note of. You want to be putting a portion of your wealth into gold and silver, into precious metals. Silver will have its time in the sun where it completely outperforms gold. And that's the kind of move that the max move I'm kind of looking at, okay? Definitely multiple triple digits. Yeah, your 200, your 300s, anything, anywhere up to like that 600 plus is doable for silver based on that massive 44-year cup and handle pattern. That was just a quick little macro for the crypto people who've never thought about getting into silver. All my silver stackers are like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Of course I can. That's why we are silver stackers, because of the massive potential for silver over the long term. And by the way, a lot of stackers aren't doing it for themselves. A lot of stackers are doing it for their kids or their grandkids. They're doing it for generational wealth. Okay, you got to have your portion of your stuff in precious metals, guys. So that is gold and silver. Let's take a look at platinum. Platinum is butting up against the uptrend line, not out of the woods. Nothing has changed. One of these two things will happen. Looks like we haven't had and may not get, but looks like we haven't had a retest. Was I talking about a retest, or was it right here? Well, we did have that move down to the 930 mark. That has acted as support. So far, this pattern could be playing out right here. So that's good for platinum. Okay, we just need to get above there. probably have a little bit of resistance there. Find that as support. And that's the general pattern that I think platinum will make if we continue up from here. If this is a fake out, then you can adjust this a little bit. Maybe I just get rid of that. You can adjust this a little bit. If this is a quick fake out, then you'll see just something maybe quickly like that. And we head into the belly of the best buy zone of platinum. So far, it is in no man's land for me. So it hasn't confirmed either way whether we will continue heading up or whether we will continue into the belly of the best buy zone. But watch out for the best buy zone in platinum. Anywhere from $900 US, that spike there, anywhere down to 750, but maybe stops along the way at 870 and 840. And as I said, watch out for that. Okay, that's it. That's for platinum. Cool. No man's land territory. Don't have a bias to either side at the moment. I will be getting excited for platinum when we're in this area here. And other than that, I'll just remain whatever for platinum. Cool. But bear in mind, it is highly undervalued in relation to gold and silver. Let me quickly show you what's an update on platinum versus gold and platinum versus silver. Where's my P's? Where my P's at? Platinum versus gold. Okay. Ooh, platinum versus gold on the weekly time frame, back under. It is even more low. It's even more historically low against gold. Okay, it's really underperforming gold, and it is still doing so. And now we're back down below that trend line. Ooh, that's interesting. Platinum versus silver. Yeah, maybe forming a bottom there, but it's just historically low against it. So platinum is the loser in all of the three precious metals. Okay. And platinum versus palladium. Can I do that very quickly? Do I have a platinum versus XPD versus, let's do XPT versus XPD. This is quickly platinum versus palladium has been on a bit of a tear though. Okay, so palladium, highly underperforming. Platinum has been outperforming palladium. Okay, so that's good news, I guess, for platinum, outperforming palladium. All right, cool. That is all the precious metals. Gold to silver ratio, still in gold's favor. Australian dollar to the US dollar might be heading back down. Ooh, after the Fed meeting, what did it do? Let's quickly see. What did the AUD do against the USD? Had a bit of a dip there. Okay, cool. That's all of that. That is precious metals. Let's take a quick look at some comments and then we'll see how the market reacted, how Bitcoin and crypto reacted to the Fed thing. We've got 159 people watching. A lot of those people are going to be watching on X right now. You're watching Good Morning Stackers, the week daily live show, all about precious metals, all about crypto, stacking both things, stacking silver, stacking Satoshi, stacking skills, stacking communities. Hit the follow button if you're watching me right now. We will be talking about Bitcoin and alts, and we'll take a quick TOSHI update. Might take a quick look at Trump as well. I've been following that, have a little bit of a position in that as well. And so if you want to join in the live chat though, go to my X bio, click on the YouTube link, go to my channel, and you'll see the live show happening right now. You can join in the live chat because I've got to speak to all my wonderful people again. So yes, Lance, I think you and I follow ASX Trader very closely. The US 10-year bonds is laughing in their face as it puts in a higher low? Was that what a HHHL, a higher low? Right there. So yeah, the bond market, watching the bond market gives a good indication as to what the interest rates will do over a longer period of time. And it does really look like lower interest rates, probably not. Higher interest rates over the next 20 years. We're in that newer cycle of just heading up and up and up. Okay. Let's see. Latronus, you bought the dip? What, in which one? Did I buy the dip in which one? Or maybe you're talking to each other, so that's okay. Let's see. We had... What? Lance? We had a kid early last week? Is this what I'm... Congratulations! Lance, congratulations. Is this a new father or brand new father, like for the first time father? Or are you, is this your second or third or your 11th? Let us know in the comments, Lance. You've probably already done that. Fantastic. Congratulations, man. That is well done. On bond markets, bond markets 2 years and up a week, pointing to higher for longer, high interest rates for longer. Yeah, and possibly like 15, 20 years kind of time into like, your 10, 15 plus % kind of interest rates. Okay. GMS says Chris Phipps from Portland and in Oregon. Great to see you, my friend. Great to hear, Lance. Yeah, mum and baby doing well. Congratulations, man. Mum and baby doing well. Fantastic. On ASX. I've been a follower of ASX for ages, but I get more info from Elliot. Oh, yes, Elliot Wave. Guy, he's a great forecaster. Yes. Him and the technical traders. Oh, interesting. I may have to unfollow you since you don't use dark mode. That's hilarious. Nice one. Many congratulations, Lance and family. That is so great. This is brilliant, Lance. I love that. It's going to be interesting. Job created by government, the changes of government everywhere is going to force unemployment to go up as these jobs are trimmed for efficiency to increase productivity. That's a great comment. And reduce inflation. Let's see. I already have the first bar of silver for his stack planned. That is fantastic. Let's see. Niels Han Dynasty is here. Great to see you. 50%. Yeah, 50% of federal jobs in America are not needed at all. So here's what. Let me just see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Musk. Let's see. Federal jobs payout. Let me just see if that comes up. There we go. Let me just share that. This comes off the back of, this is going to be from Doge, right? This will be a Doge initiative right here. I can't put it on dark. I put it on dark mode for you, mate, but I can't. Wow. Trump is offering all federal workers a buyout option. Did you read this? They will get a full pay. So basically, Doge and Elon Musk and all that have come together and gone, so we want to slash, the Fed jobs, okay? Half of the jobs are just completely meaningless and useless. Rather than just firing them or whatever, you can't just fire them without pay and all that. It's given a really, really good severance package. Would I take that? Yep, totally. Wow, it says Trump is offering all federal workers a buyout option. They will get full pay until September 30th if they resign before February the 6th. Okay, so they've got like a week or so to make up the decision. If they resign, they get 8 months full pay. Okay, and then a lot of people are coming out and saying, so you've got like, what is his name? Andrew Yang? Andrew Yang, who is he's a Democrat, right? He's a common sense Democrat. Okay, here's what Andrew Yang said. Trump is offering 8 months of pay through September for federal employees who want to leave. That is actually very generous offer relative to private sector standards, which it absolutely is. So that's very interesting, I find. So, you gotta get them out. Let's see. So not needed. That is absolutely true. More like 70%. Naka says, recent history has shown that the system can change or make new rules mandates at the drop of a hat. Yes, it can. Nearly done with the comments, and then we'll get to Bitcoin and crypto analysis. Powell reference to non-BTC Fed reserves. Okay. Oh, and it's your first. So Lance has had your first kid. Okay. Here we go. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back at the end of the show. We're going to get into crypto and stuff, and then we're going to read some more comments. Everybody, for Lance right now, I'm going to give my own opinions. At the end of the show, after the end of the crypto portion, we are all going to give Lance our parenting, not our parenting styles like behavior and all that stuff, just little tips and tricks of, buy this brand of so-and-so. This is good. Make sure you do this and this and this. Let's give all the parents here, let's give Lance, as a first-time father and them as first-time parents, our initial, what would I do differently or what would I do the same as parents to newborns and like first parents, right? Because you are in a giant learning curve, Lance. So we're going to do that at the end of the show. So get all your comments in for Lance. I was responding to someone else. Okay, sorry, no problem. If you get a chance, Joe, can we look at the AUD JPY chart? Quite possibly. Okay. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and crypto to see what did it do with Jerome Powell's little speech, etc., the FOMC meeting, and let's just take a quick update on the crypto stuff, because that's what we do. We do precious metals and we do crypto every single weekday. Let me share the screen here. Let's go to Bitcoin. Ooh, interesting. Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame, priced in USD, $104,000 even, pretty much. Yeah, okay. I'm going to just not toot my horn or anything like that. I'm just going to tell you it's very interesting, Fibonacci, right? Okay, let's look on the daily time frame, as I showed you before, okay? And we'll take this back to the hourly. Here's the previous all-time high, $108. We'll look at what we did. We had a little bit of uptick today because of Jerome Powell. Cool. It was basically for Bitcoin. He said, yeah, look, Bitcoin's cool. Banks can regulate it. They can, as long as they regulate it, we're cool with it. Okay, so he didn't poo-poo crypto. And so basically, I posted this on X. I think crypto just kind of looks for fake becauses. So maybe the market from the technicals was just going to go up anyway, but it was just a little bit of a holding pattern until the FOMC meeting. Nothing bad was said about crypto. So it's like, well, that's the fake because to, have an uptick. Okay, but anyway, I want to show you right here. The old high now, old from like December, at 108,000, and this recent low of 90,000, that big spike down. We love big spikes down. Cool. So I popped in the Fibonacci from this high and this low, and it gives you these areas right here. And I did say, watch out for, personally, for me, the final hurdle of 104,200 specifically. Okay, it's not going to be exact, right? Not to the exact dollar, but around about. Okay, that's the final hurdle for me that we need to close above, at least on a weekly time frame. We've done it on, now here's the thing, right? We did it on a daily. Close, spike, close, spike, spike, close, spike, close. We closed it once, failed move. We closed it another time on the daily, failed move. Okay, it's got to close on the weekly time frame right here. And what do you notice on the weekly? 2 weeks ago, spiked above the final hurdle, closed below it. Last week, spiked above, made a new all-time high. Okay, at 109,000. So technically, actually, we're at a new all-time high, 105,000, closed below. We need to close this week above. So around about 105,000 would be good. My point was, have a look at this on the hourly. I just want to show you. I find this stuff very interesting. On the hour, let's see. So here was the Fed meeting roughly, what was that, 4 hours ago, 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. So we've had a nice little up move. No bad news. And so that was the fake because for crypto to go, okay, we can continue onwards and upwards from here, potentially. So where do we find resistance and spiking but not closing above? Gee, at that $104,200 level right there. We had a spike. We closed a few hours ago. We closed at or below it. Closed below, closed below. Now, right now at 10:18 in Melbourne, Australia time, we are making another play for it. Okay. What I need to see is at least close the day above 104,200, my final hurdle, and the day is going to close in around about 42 minutes. Okay. So yeah, I need to see it close above there. That would be a good sign to say we could have a couple more days of up. And again, I need this week to close. It's got to close at preferably above here at your, again, about $104,500, something like that. Close above there, they'll say, okay, good. While we're not above there, it's any man's game, right? It's any game, okay? We do like the fact that this is a big spike on the weekly time frame. That's great. We're in green for the week at the moment. Cool, great. Just got to close above there in order to say, yeah, really confident that we will see higher prices coming, okay? That's it for Bitcoin. There are some big Bitcoin bears out there at the moment that are like, no, this is just a relief rally. This is a dead cat bounce, and then we're going to, do something like this and tick over. And yeah, okay, anything can happen. At this stage, all signs are pointing to higher prices for Bitcoin. Okay, just really need it to get over and hold over that $104,200 level. For me personally, if you're dollar cost averaging in Bitcoin, which you should be doing anyway, you're buying on the regular. Do you have one of those apps for your phone like the Amber app in Australia or many of the other apps where you can just do a recurring buy on the daily. You can buy $10 a day or $100 a week. Just do that, set and forget. I used to do that, and I did it, and then like 6 months down the track, I completely forgot I had it was called the Amber app. It's still around. It's a great app. Download it for Australia, and it was just buying it was like $5 or $10 of Bitcoin a day. 6 months, I completely forgot about the app. 6 months later, I went, oh crap, and I was up like 350% or something on what I averaged in. It's a great way to set and forget. Anyway, got to close above that. Sorry, that's called the weave. That's called the weave, people. Let's see. That is Bitcoin. Let's take a look at others very quickly. Others is the altcoin market minus the top 10. Yeah, on the daily time frame. Get out of it. On the daily, that brush tool really pisses me off. On the daily, spike, bang, exactly to that trend line coalescing with that Fibonacci right here. Okay, so we'll pull out to the macro. What am I talking about on the monthly? That downtrend line, that Fibonacci line right there, it found exact resistance on the daily time frame. So we're not out of the woods just yet for alts. We had a move down. I did say, and I was more confident. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet, but I was more confident because we had that spike down. Then we closed the day really close to this uptrend line right here. I said, oh, more likely we head down further from here. But of course, I said, well, look, of course, you can just rocket back up. We have seen that. We've seen resistance here. So we need this for the altcoin market to be looking more healthy, because we've seen there some downward movements just recently. For it to look healthier, we need it to start closing days, and preferably at least a week or two above the $330 billion mark, and that's that downtrend line. Anywhere around there, it's got to close above there. And then we'll talk turkey. Okay, then we'll talk potentially breaking the downtrend line. If you break this downtrend line, that's very good for altcoin season. And of course, if you break and hold above around about $404 billion, for me, that's the final hurdle. Just like I do with Fibonacci for other things, that's the 0.786 line. Okay, right there. Previous all-time high in alts, the previous altcoin peak, that's the 0.786 from this high and this low. It's right there. That's the extra conservative level that you would want to watch out for. I would say, many people say if you break around about here at that sort of $370, $380 billion mark, that's probably good enough. But just for me, if you just be really, really sure, 404 billion is the one for me, and then it's onwards and upwards. So you close any month, this is the monthly time frame, close any month above 404 billion, that is go, 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 go time for probably my sort of final target if we are getting into altcoin season, which I think we will. But if it's absolutely confirmed, you close above here, that is really good news, 404 billion. Then we're talking between one, and it's a big range, but it's between $1 and $2 trillion. Okay, so I know it's a big range, but when you get up to, so what's that, 400 and, where are we now? We're at 330 billion now. So 330 billion, or just under. Actually, we're 320 billion. 320 billion to 1 trillion, that's easy. So a $1 trillion market would be a psychological value. It's never been there before in the altcoin market. So just bear that in mind. If when the altcoin thing comes, $1 trillion will be a psychological value. Okay, 1 trillion. Well, let's call it 1 trillion psych value for the altcoin market. Okay, but then in a blow off top mania phase, it could easily double to around about 2 trillion. Okay, but take some profits. Take some profits. I would be around about $1 trillion, because that's like, that's more than double. That's like a tripling from here. Okay, from 330 to 320 to like $1 trillion. Okay, take some profits around about there for the altcoin market. I will certainly be. I'll keep a bag and then watch what it does. The absolute maximum I could see the altcoin market going to in a total, complete and utter mania phase in this one is this trend line here. I don't think it's probably going to get to there, but just bear in mind it's a major trend line on the altcoin market. That could top anywhere, probably not there, you know, your 2.3, your 2.4, something like that trillion. But yeah, that's your range you'd want to watch out for, 1 to 2, taking profits at the 1 trillion. That's the altcoin market. Let's do some individual ones. So we will take a look at TOSHI, and we will take a look at, I think I'll take a look at Trump coin as well. Very quickly. Anything else? XRP. Let's quickly go while we're here. XRP, because this is the crossover crypto between my wonderful precious metals people, of which I am one, and the crypto people, of which I am one too. Cool. It looks great, doesn't it? This is XRP, $3.08, getting rid of all the noise and all of the, you know, flotsam and jetsam and all the marks and all that kind of stuff. It looks very good. We do just need it to close above the previous all-time high at $3.30. Okay, can we do that, please? Next month, this month, or next month? And that's setting it up really well. I mean, I don't see this being any kind of downward move, major down move from here. Anything can happen. But gee, it looks great. I mean, look at that. That's a massive, where are we? Could that be a cup, then a handle? Okay, sure. There's a case to be made for that, where you could come down to that sort of $2 mark. You could come down to that mark there, that $2 mark, and that could be a cup and handle, but that would just set it up for that's a massive buying opportunity. So I know this is really busy, my apologies. If this is a cup and handle situation and you get down to that area there, wow, that's a good opportunity to be buying, because that's a massive cup. That would be a handle. You wouldn't see this, okay? That would be a handle, and then a great opportunity to load up more XRP for an eventual further move up. Cool, but it's looking great, XRP, on the more macro, okay? Let's see, just got to get over that $3.30 mark. Anything else from this side of things? No. Cool. Ooh, okay. I'll take a look at this on the 1 hour time frame. Ready? Let's do a quick TOSHI analysis, another one. I may not do this as an excerpt, something like that, but let's quickly do it because I am in TOSHI at the moment. Right here. So TOSHI on the 1 hour time frame USD, we are at 0.001175. So, you know, fraction of a cent. And we had this beautiful move. So I did post, is the low in? Okay, so I think the low is still potentially, the low could be in. Okay, as I said, I do really love the confluence of Fibonacci here from this high and this low. Everything looks right for this to be the full setup of the low is in. Okay, now I could be wrong. If you look on the daily time frame, we're extremely overvalued. If you look on the weekly time frame, we're extremely overvalued. Okay, bear all of that in mind. But just on the 1 hour, it's looking interesting. We've broken the downtrend line once again. Now, having said that, doesn't mean when you break a downtrend line, you can always break back below, because we talked about this one, didn't we? So hang on, we had this one here and it broke. That was good. Then we had this one here. It broke above, but then it was a failed move and then a fast move back down under the trend line. Okay, but this formed this peak right here. And then so far that has been broken. It has been brought in right here. Okay, so far so good. And I did posit on the channel right here, just so you know. I did posit right here. TOSHI, the low could be in. Breakout of downtrend line, needs to clear and hold. 001250 would give more confidence. Okay, so it's right there. It needs to break that Fibonacci line, which is this one right here. Okay, let me move that out the way over there for you. So that's the 0.236 from this high and this low, and it's clear support right there. So it needs to break and hold. And if it doesn't do that, then we're heading down. Okay, so it needs to do this, hold as support, and then break up. I will be starting to get very confident that the low is completely in and then it's onwards and upwards from here. If we start closing at least above this next level here of 0.00145. And of course, as you know, my final hurdle, which is maybe a little bit conservative, you can maybe possibly say, and I could probably lower this if I wanted to. I could probably lower this down to there, because you can see that previous level of resistance. That's at 0016, okay? But I remain conservative. and I like to put it at the, oh no, sorry, my apologies. I've already been conservative and I put it at the 0.618. So that's my final hurdle. New all-time highs, that remains at 0.00176. You start breaking above there for TOSHI, not spiking. Spikes mean nothing. Spike to there, no. A break, a close above, and a hold above, and then that's really good. For them, we're talking about higher prices for TOSHI. Higher prices on the way for TOSHI. If that is the case, maybe just do some... maybe do some larger Fibonacci for a second. Give me one moment. I've done some TOSHI price targets before. Let me get rid of all of you. Fib, rectangle, all of that. Cool. And my final hurdle. 1 second. Go away. Right there. Let's do some quick blue sky thinking. Okay, for TOSH, if we do continue onwards and upwards from here, I'll just take some Fibonacci. And I'll do it from this high and this low. Oh, it's not going to do it for me. I don't have all my levels in. Okay, so give me one moment. I'm going to go over to here and pop in TOSHI over here. T for TOSH. Now, this is the Coinbase price. Ooh, and it's just listed at 2. So Coinbase from that high. And no, I don't have the historical data to do it. So I can't give you sort of general price stuff, except all I'll just do is a trend line. So just watch out for here. There we go. Watch out for there as a potential extra high at around about your 0.004. Okay, but you guys are talking. We can talk about market cap. Okay, I'll probably have that drawn in. I have the market cap drawn. There's your $1 billion market cap. Okay, there is your. Yeah, I'm not going to give that. Okay, no. So no higher targets for TOSHI. Okay, I won't do any kind of major higher prices because I tell you what, my TOSHI community are like, oh, 20 billion easy, 40 billion easy. Oh, you could be right. We're at like $500 million at the moment. So just ease up, people. Ease up, but at least get back above or break 1 billion, and then we'll talk about 2, 3, 4, something like that. But we're not even there yet, people. We're not even out of the woods. We just need to see it close and hold above that 0.236 level. Cool. That is TOSHI. I just want to take a quick look at Trump coin, and then we will do some comments, and we're going to give Lance, who is a brand new father for the first time, our top tips for new parents, for the first-time parents. Top tips for first-time parents. There we go. That's my YouTube video. Top tips for first-time parents. But here is Trump coin. I did post right here. Trump, can we call this an inverted head and shoulders pattern? Playing out, my confirmation bias says yes, meaning I want it to be true. It's like Mulder with his poster in his basement office, right? I want to believe, right? I want it to be true that this is a, where are we? I'll go to, not that one. Where's my Dex screener? Oh, I'm on Dex screener. That is there. Okay. I want this to be true where this is a head and shoulders pattern. What are my inverse head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, an inverse head and shoulders pattern is the opposite of a head and shoulders pattern. This is where you have left like there, the right goes down, the left shoulder, right is a lower, okay, so that forms the head. Then you've got the right shoulder, which matches there. And this sets it up very well for a potential move. Now, what would, for Trump coin, what would set off the inverse head and shoulders as playing out, okay, or continuing to playing out, breaking what is called the neckline. Now, I would very comfortably call that probably the neckline right there, and that's at $30.50 US cents. So if we see the following, which we may not know, what would negate this, closing back below, probably below, we'll just call it below there. I mean, that's the obvious one, right? $26.40, closing back below $26.40 invalidates. Okay, so let's go invalidation. Okay, and we'll go validation. And I go, this is breaking, not spiking. Okay, so a validation of the inverse head and shoulders is breaking $30.50, and then you would see a measured move upwards. And usually what happens is a measured move. You take the head to the neckline, and then you match it. Okay, so that's around about a 23% move. And then you take it to the neckline and do that. So you would be looking at a move. If this plays out, you'd be looking at a move to around about $37, watching out for along the way right there. So that's probably more likely at around about $36.60. So around about a 20% move. I think you would see some resistance at that Fibonacci line again from this high and this low. So if it breaks $30.50, then you'll see a move to around about $36.50. Cool. So around about a $6 move if it breaks. Cool. But if it doesn't, then, well, we've got some lower prices potentially coming. We really don't want to see on Trump coin, you don't want to see 26 broken. 26.40 broken. That would really set it up for potential lower prices. Where we can go down from there, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Cool. But so far, so good. I want to believe that an inverse head and shoulders pattern is playing out. Yes, please. That would be lovely. Can we just bounce up from there? Great. Yes, please. That's Trump coin. Someone asked for the Australian dollar versus the Japanese dollar. Ooh. Is that TOSHI? Give me 1 second. Oh, hello. While we were talking, give me 1 second. Oh, okay, I'll just take you to this one. While we were talking, TOSHI's just had a bit of a move, and we're heading up to that 1250 mark. Okay, give me 1 second, people. I'll just show you this gang. Fib. Yeah, we're moving. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Anyway, don't worry about it. Anyway, we're moving to that 1250 level that I showed you right here on TOSHI. Yeah, now we're making a play for it. Okay, so we're at 12.3. We need to get that 12. Oh, interesting. So this is the Coinbase chart. The Coinbase chart is the centralized chart. Okay, and this has a different level. Okay, so this is at around about 0.0013, 0.0013. Different than there. That's that one. That's the DEX screener. Where is my other one? Cool. Excuse me 1 second. TOSHI. Right there, and there. There you go. Yeah, that's different. Okay. So it's butting up again. Looks like we're going to test that. Okay, as resistance. Anyway, that's good for TOSHI. Sorry about that. AUD JPY. Someone had a quick AUD JPY. JPY. Okay, cool. Let's look at the Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen on the Forex exchange. Let's do that one. Good old forex.com. Cool. Very quickly for the person who was... hello. Okay, so very quickly for the person who was asking for the AUD versus Japanese yen. You've been in... let's pop in there. Okay, you look like you're more likely to be heading down. The relative strength index on the monthly time frame is tracking down. So this number looks like it's going to continue to go down. That's my short answer. Relative strength index trending down on the weekly time frame, also trending down. Yeah, definitely on the monthly. It is just it's just, yeah, you're moving down. Okay, that's all you need to know. So a move down further is looking likely. Down to where, I don't know. But the momentum is moving down on the Australian dollar versus the Japanese dollar, which would mean that the Australian dollar is strengthening. No, USD to AUD? No, the Australian dollar is weakening, sorry. The Australian dollar is weakening against the Japanese dollar. Okay, so yeah, cool. That's all I have to say about that. Comments, and let's give Lance some advice. 195 people watching, fantastic. We've done precious metals, we've done crypto, we looked at TOSHI, we looked at Trump coin. We are now going to, this is the extra fun portion where I just chat to my wonderful GMS family. We're about to give Lance, who is a brand new father, one of our long-time subscribers, some top tips on for being a first parent. Just little, not the esoteric things and all that, just like buy this, buy that, watch this, do that. Okay, I'm going to read the comments. Let's see. And I'm going to give my own opinions, but we'll get through all the comments. And if you want to give Lance, our wonderful subscriber here as a first-time father, some of your top tips from being a first-time parent, all the things that you learned last time that you could tell a new father, new parents. If you're watching on X right now, jump over to YouTube live stream, go to my bio on X and click on the YouTube link. Go to my channel, find the live show, and you can give your words of wisdom. Let's see. The first tip from Knackers O'Reilly is stock up on Panadol. Yeah. Okay. So this was like last week. So number one, Lance, you are not getting much sleep. Okay. When you can, sleep when you can. I know they all say that it's really hard to do. Sleep if you get a chance. And of course, this goes without saying, let mum sleep whenever she can, okay? Let new mum sleep whenever she possibly can. Here's a top. I'm going to give you my quick tips for father, for brand new, off the top of my head. There are two things, and they're very these are brand specific, okay? So here's, if you can afford them, use Huggies nappies. If you can afford them, use Huggies nappies. Trust me when I tell you, other nappies suck in compared to Huggies nappies. There's some that are roughly the same. They are the best. They're the best for the reason. They are usually the most expensive. If you can find things that are roughly the same, okay, for a cheaper price, do that. But if you're talking about just a couple of bucks here and there, just go with Huggies nappies. Why? I'm being very specific here for father stuff. The loops, the Velcro things are really easy to unzip, to unvelcro like that, using Huggies nappies, and they're usually the most absorbent as well. I'll give you a second tip though, if they're too expensive. The Aldi nappies are not bad. The Velcro tab things to like put it in place, very highly frustrating, but the trade-off is the cost is so much better. Okay, so I would say Aldi nappies are like your 80-20 rule. It's like 80% as good as Huggy nappies. They're very absorbent, which is good, but don't buy any other crappy, like don't buy Coles brand, don't buy Target brand, because they're just not as absorbent. So Huggies is your top tier. Aldi is like 80% as good, which might be good enough, but in terms of price, way better priced. So maybe Aldi is good, but if you can afford it, go with the Huggies, because it's just that, because you'll do so many nappies in your lifetime now. It's just that every time it's this little annoyance that gets me. It's like these fucking little tabs, right? Oh, and the other thing, Little Ones wet wipes. Okay, I'm being very specific here. Okay, these are the best wet wipes that you can get. If you're not going to do wet wipes, Little Ones, I'm going to give you a top tip here. All right, I'm going to share the screen as well. These are all the top tips for fathers new in Australia. Buy these right here. I'm going to share the screen. If you're doing wet wipes, maybe you're going all natural and you're doing this and the thing and cloth nappies and all that, but if you're not, okay, you want to buy these. Okay, these are the ones, Little Ones baby wipes. Why? When you buy baby wipes, you want them to be able to come out. I know I'm being really practical here. You want them to be able to come out individually and not get stuck to each other. When you buy inferior brands or other brands, they come out at like, it's like the magician pulling the handkerchiefs out of the sleeve. They just all stuck together and they just like keep coming out and out and out. Little Ones are great. They basically never come out stuck together. They pretty much always come out one by one, unless you're getting towards the end of the pack, and value for money for that. So again, it's that 80-20 rule. All right. They're very well priced. Plus, like 80% of the time, they always come out individually. I cannot recommend those highly enough. Okay. So those are the top tips from me. Other tips from me: sleep when you can. That's pretty much it, I guess. Try and get some sleep. But you're not going to get much sleep, okay? And soak it up, mate. It's such a beautiful time. Top tips. People are talking about Trump. Yay, Toshi. Yes. Trump coin. What's this about Trump coin? We did that. Hey, Joe, in light of LAM's jest, Trump coin launched. Yeah, I should launch a new crypto called Ponzi coin. I guarantee you there is a coin out there called Ponzi coin. Absolutely. Mark Florida says, let mum sleep. Mum needs to sleep as much as humanly possible. As much as humanly possible. Thanks, everyone. No problem, man. So if you're just catching us, 200 people watching the show right now, which is fantastic. I'm getting towards the tail end of the show. We've been going for over an hour. Fantastic. We've talked about gold and silver. We've talked about Jerome Powell and the Fed meeting, what that did to the markets. We did a little summary of what he said. If you're going to watch the replay, use the time codes below. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching the replay on X, you don't get time codes. You'll just have to find it. And we've talked about Bitcoin and crypto, how the FOMC FOMC meeting affected those. We've looked at TOSHI, we looked at Trump coin, and now we're just giving Lance here, who is a first-time father, first-time parents, top tips on parenting stuff just for newborns. So I've given him my tips, my branding tips. What else do you need to know? Any more stuff here? No, Lance says, thanks, everyone. Any more things that we need to quickly talk about before we go? Yes. Buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. They're the best. Low prices, great range, and you get free shipping when you buy 20 or more items. Okay, that's Perth Bullion Exchange. You know my brand sponsor. You know them, you love them. Many of you are Australian customers of them. They are the best bullion dealer in all of Australia right now, bar none. By the way, Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange is over in Berlin at the moment. Quick little heads up. I gave him a call yesterday afternoon, and he's like, hello. I'm like, you all right, mate? He goes, I just woke up. It was like 6 a.m. in Berlin. He's there for the World Money Fair. Okay, so you might see a little bit of content coming from Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange over on their YouTube channel. And of course, buy from Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Download the Android or iPhone app. Okay, you're saving and investing in real physical gold for spot plus 1%. Okay, 100% backed by real physical gold, unallocated gold program. It is fantastic. No matter whether you buy $1 million of gold or $10 of gold, that's the minimum. Spot plus 1%. They're not going to jack up the premiums because you're buying in smaller amounts. Okay, if you're not into it because you're one of those, if I don't hold it, I don't own it people. We love you guys. I'm one of them usually, but send this to your normie friends and family who've been trying to wake up into precious metals. Okay, you've been trying to get them to buy the physical. For whatever reason, they're just lazy. They don't want to go to a physical store. They couldn't be bothered. It's too scary. Like, I don't want to store this stuff in my house. Fair enough. Give them the gift of WealthStack, wealthstack.com. Get them to download it, and they just buy real gold for spot plus 1% on their phone. Okay, it's an amazing program, and it's really the gateway drug to then suck them in to getting the physical later on down the track, right? That's how you get them, okay? Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Final comments, and then we're out of here, people. TOSHI is spiking hard, is it now? Oh, was it something I said? Okay, here we go very quickly. Thank you for that. Last comments, get your final comments in, and then I'm just going to quickly show you the TOSHI price again. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, there we go. TOSHI spiking hard. Okay, right there. We have broken. Good news, maybe. All right, so TOSHI has broken so far. Now, don't get too excited. We need to hold above it, okay? Spikes mean shit, okay? It's where you close major levels at. I would like to see on the 4-hour for TOSHI. Yeah, this is a trap. It's a trap, right? This can be a trap, okay? Just be very careful about here. It's looking good, but just careful of the tick over, okay? Or careful of the spike. So what I need to see on the 4-hour time frame, this is the 4-hour time frame right now, okay? And we've got about 10 minutes till the open of the new day, okay? What did I say yesterday? Here's TOSHI on the daily. What did I say yesterday? What did I say? I said I like the fact that the following day had only had closed here, and we didn't close anywhere down here. I said, watch out for this. Okay, so this is what we're experiencing. I may need to do a separate thing here. Give me 1 second. Okay. This might be the quick little excerpt for YouTube. So I'm going to give you, sorry gang, you're going to have to bear with me a couple more moments longer because I couldn't be bothered making a separate video. Very quickly, here we go. All right, quick TOSHI price update. This is probably going to be for X only. We have just seen this move. Okay, so we're talking about this thing right here. Show you right here on TOSHI. Could be spiking. I posted right here that the low could be in. Breakout of downtrend line needs to clear, hold 00125. That would give it more confidence. Okay, so look, check out this one here. Right here, we needed to close. I like this little move, right? Looked like it was consolidating through time. We had this little sort of bottoming out kind of pattern here. It broke this downtrend line. That was so far so good, but it really needed to get above the 0.00125 level in order for to say, oh, this could be even further onwards and upwards from here. We just did it. However, I need to give you a little bit of caution. So here is the live chart of TOSHI. We're at 0.00127. Good news, however, okay, you need to at least close it on the hour, and you really want to close it on the 4 hour. Okay, you don't want to see this as a spike and then we close lower from here. Now, good news is we've got 9 minutes until the start of the new day. So let's take a look at TOSHI on the daily time frame. Beautiful green move. Now, just yesterday, I did say I like the fact that we didn't close yesterday much lower. We didn't close it down here. That's actually good for a setup for the following day to have a spike and then end in the green. Okay, so it looks like, well, very definitely we're going to end today's TOSHI and start the new day in 9 minutes in the green. That's a good signal. Here's the next thing you need to be aware of. Okay, I'll pop this on the 4 hour. I'll put this back on the daily. What's the major level I need to watch out for? Let me show you on that one. I'll show you here. Okay, so the major level, and I have had it drawn in, and I don't know why it's in there at the moment. Let me just show you my horizontal line. There it is. My final hurdle for new all-time highs is at 0.00176. Okay, this is where you could get faked out at. Okay, let me pop it on the daily time frame. Right here at the 0.618. Okay, so watch out for a dead cat bounce. Now, this is on the daily time frame. If we see the next, if we do, okay, see the next few days creep up and up, I would need to see it close the day above 0.00176. I'd be getting confident right here at the 0.0016 level. That's probably your major dead cat bounce level. So you really got to watch out for, you know, an up day today, maybe an up day tomorrow. I don't know, but anywhere from here, that can tick over. Okay, so we are not out of the woods yet. Okay, you can do that and tick back over because it's a dead cat bounce, right? Big move on TOSH. Let me go back here. Big move on TOSHI. Okay, let me get rid of all that flotsam and jetsam. Okay, there's the big move. Okay, extremely overvalued on the daily time frame. This is why you got to look at the other side of the coin, right? This could be a relief rally. So I'm just giving you the heads up where you can look, such a huge move, extremely overvalued, heading down on the relative strength index on the daily time frame. Okay, and this is where you can do something like this, right? You have this little relief, God damn it, a little relief rally and do something like that. Bear all of that in mind. So I would not be confident yet that we are just rocketing onwards and upwards from here. I will only be confident if we start closing above that 0.00176, more confident, okay? Looking good, not out of the woods, okay? So am I saying to you, you should be buying now? No. If you were doing a day trade, I would say, oh yeah, okay, you could, depending on where we close, if we close above this level right here, you could say, you could play the day trade range. I'm not a day trader, really. But someone who is, you could say, oh, you could play this range to this range, or you could play this range to maybe here. So maybe a 14 to 25% move if you want to day trade it and just take a little profit. Sure. Would I be buying in now, being 100% certain that we see new all-time highs for TOSHI very soon from here? No, because again, we're not above that level right there of my final hurdle, 0.00176. That's a quick little TOSHI update. Anything can happen. Watch out for the dead cat bounce. Got to close above that level there, and then we'll talk higher prices. But lovely little spike. Let's see what happens. That's TOSHI. Cool. Now I'm going to get out of here, people. Any more final comments? Yeah, that's it. See you all later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting out of here. That has been Good Morning Stackers for Thursday, January the 20th. Thursday, January 30th, 2025. Lastly, grab your tasty beverages. If you're watching on X, you get to enjoy the synchronized slurp. I grab a tasty beverage, you grab a tasty beverage. We do it at the start of the show. We do it at the end of the show, where we slurp our beverages synchronously together, and you must slurp it. It is the honor system. And at the end of the show, we dance it out. Like, how much more do you want? This is Good Morning Stackers. You'll get another show tomorrow morning talking about live gold, silver price analysis, a topic of the day, crypto and Bitcoin and crypto stuff, and a chart request or two if we get some time. The best idea is if you want to if you want to join the live chat, join the YouTube channel. Okay, really good idea to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also follow me on X. Okay, you know all that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching
Good morning, Stackers.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stackers.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronized slurp. Now
3,
we're on the
2,
move.
1, slurp.
Good morning, Stackers.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Ooh, that was good. Thank you very much for watching, people. Love your work. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.